Excellent. We're here. Happy Friday. Welcome. We are back. It is finally freaking Friday. It has taken a moment. I hope that you are having a good Friday morning, afternoon, or evening, no matter where you are. Um, yeah, it's been a day, but that's not what we're here for. We are here for Star Wars Friday. It has been a minute. We missed last Star Wars Friday because hashtag link in the chat. I will be on the M Nerdiverse Live podcast. I'm sure we will be speaking about all types of nerd things that have happened throughout the last 2 weeks, thus including a Spider-Man trailer. I'm assuming Crimson Dawn, or is that Star Wars? It is Star Wars' his name. Um, the game, and a bunch of other stuff, so please join us. But what we are here for today, specifically, is some Star Wars book reviews and some Knights of the Old Republic, because that also has been a while. So let's hop in. First book, Sneaky Good. One of our sneaky good books, man. Star Wars Rebel Force One. Target. And this picks up, this is part of, I'm not even going to say part of, I'm just reading it on the YJK Audiobooks channel, Patreon channel. Go support, $5.25 a month. 300 plus books, definitely well worth it. But this is the next book in the journey after we finished that last Clone Wars story, and it picks up after the events of Star Wars, and it is early Star Wars, and it's fan-freaking-tastic. Why? Because it takes us through pretty much the day in the life, and that's one of the things I love about those books, is that it is just so fluid as far as, yeah, no, we don't really jump ahead 3 months or 6 months. It is like, yeah, the next day and the next day. And so we are days after the Death Star explodes, maybe weeks, and Luke doesn't know anything about the Force. Han and Leia don't necessarily like each other, even though they're always bickering, and that is one of the downsides of like their books, is that they're always bickering. And in the audiobook version, it makes me feel like I'm in a relationship. I am not in a relationship. So I don't necessarily want to hear it. That said, we do move past it. The nuts and bolts of the story is Luke has no idea what he's doing. They end up, they are wanted by the Empire, and they're like, where do we go? So the Rebel Alliance gives them some ideas. They take off. Meanwhile, aspiring minds also want to know where the wanted targets are, and thus sends out a, I'm not going to spoil it. It's a short read. Go read it. It sends out a eminary, e- emin, a mercenary, emissary, emissary. Sends out an emissary to go find them. They end up hooking up, and shenanigans ensue. So, why is this book awesome? Because it's really taking us through the journey of all three of their journeys. We know where they end up, we know who they are, but we don't necessarily know how we started. Things like um, Alderaan are still fresh in mind for Leia. Han is, and I'm also reading, which it's gonna be on here, also a sneaky book, Solo. What's the name of that book? What is the name of that book? Because it is also sneaky good. Solo Most Wanted, which kind of follows the new Han Solo, Aldrich. that Han Solo, and that Han Solo and this Han Solo are very close because I guess they just gave away about 18 years old. So you age them up about 5, 6 years, 23, 24, whatever. Anyway, they're very close, and actually the styles are kind of the same. So it is a super entertaining journey to kind of watch Han. Become Han Solo. So I cannot recommend this enough. This is the very first book. I just finished it the other night. True, I'm reading like 8 books. At any rate, I started this book, almost finished it, stopped reading it, forgot what it was about. It's such a short listen that I started it again, couldn't put it down. And now I've been holding off for part two, but we'll definitely be starting part two this weekend. I don't know what it is. As far as a final score goes, it's not a 5. It's not a 5 yet. Let's put it that way. The entire series as a whole, I don't know how many books we are in this thing, but it may bump it up there. I don't necessarily know. But as of right now, this is. You got the bickering. There is a little bit of a slow gap. You know what? I'm going to leave some room to grow. That's what I'm going to do. Because this is book one, I'm not going to lose my mind on this. This is a highly recommended 3. That is what this book is. A highly recommended 3. Certainly one you don't want to miss if you like the early days of the original crew and want to know more about their thoughts and feelings after uh, the Death Star blows up. Sorry. So, that is our first book review. Our second book review is a reread, Star Wars Rogue Planet. I read the original version or the Legends version, um, a, like 2 years ago. And you want to know what? I was not blown away. So for whatever reason, they decided to do the deluxe version, the unedited, whatever, that version of it. And so I was like, you know what? Let's see if they did anything with this that makes this a tad bit more substantial. I don't know what my first review is. I don't even know if I was writing reviews on Star Wars book at that time. So we will look, but as I reread this, I have the exact same feelings. This book, for whatever reason, is not enthralling at all. And we are dealing with young Anakin, young Kenobi, and Anakin doesn't even have his lightsaber yet. And essentially, this turns out, I'm not even worried about spoiling it. Essentially, this turns out to be one of his trials. And at any rate, they go on a mission to see Seiko? Yeah, Seiko, a planet called Seiko. Is that what it's called? Yes, Seacoat. Zanama Seacoat. And what's happening on this planet, and we've never heard of this planet again, it's an interesting concept. Some of the organisms on this planet can essentially birth ships. So, that is what's happening on this planet. The boys are sent out to find out what is going on. So they get down there, shenanigans ensue. That said, the shenanigans are not entirely interesting or fast paced or engaging really on much level, but they are substantial. Like, I don't want to take away from something that actually happens, because things happen in the book, they just have no impact. Just no, you're like, all right, cool, whatever, next. So we are dealing with Kenobi, um, struggling, wondering if he's capable of taking care of Anakin, being on his own with Anakin for the first time, and Anakin, being Anakin, young Anakin, everything's cool, this is awesome. And so, um, it's a long book. They did like the first one is small. Then this one, it's like a 13-hour listen. And they didn't add anything. It's the same, it's like the same. They just, I don't know, added the word the a couple of more times that made it 13 hours long. The first book was like, oh, a 2-hour listen. That person is about to get pulled over. Yeah. 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 There's literally like one cop in this town. Of course he's gonna get pulled over. There's nothing going on. At any rate, so where was I? This freaking book. So anyway, yes, things do happen. The organisms, of course, they're attached to Anakin. They do birth a cool starship, and shenanigans do ensue. And there is a somewhat basis story that is going on with the politics of the planet, um, the Jedi, the Empire, everybody wanting these starships, which is a cool idea, and I wouldn't be opposed to them going back to, but in this book, it just didn't hit home. So I'm not going to go on about Rogue Planet. We did that once already, and I gave this book a 3 out of 5. So, you know how this is a highly recommended. It's a highly recommended 3. Highly recommended 3. This is a 3. It's a 3. So, and it's a 3 you can probably pass. Why isn't it a 2? Because I give out very few 2s. I'm a Star Wars stan. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not here to bash Star Wars. That is not what I'm here to do. So, I give out very few 2s. Don't worry, we do have one coming if I ever finish the book. Well, it, hey, hold on. In all due fairness, it could wrap up in these last 3 or 4 hours. I don't know. So, this is a 3. My first review, what did I say? Early relationship, young Anakin, weaving up. When did I read this? 2023, so yeah. All right. A solid Star Wars novel, fairly singular. Stakes are really focused around Anakin and Obi-Wan. Unique perspective. Obi-Wan's musings, yeah. Slow burn. Rare moments when the plot seems to linger. Keeps the reader engaged, resulting in it. Look, I said resulting in it turned out to be a fairly entertaining read as my first read through. As my second read through, yeah, we're not. It was fine. It's a 3. So, on that note, those are our book reviews: Star Wars Rebel Force, Target, and Rogue Planet. I will probably be speaking about another book or two tonight on the Nerdiverse Live podcast. In fact, I will probably gush about the Living Force again, even though I don't know if anybody necessarily wants to hear that. But I've had a newfound perspective on that book. That said, those are our book reviews. Star Wars Target, highly recommended 3. Check it out. And now on to our game for the day. Because it has been a while and I do not know where I'm at and my voice is going. So I'm going to stop talking. Alright. Where are we at? Oh, we did find that Jedi. He was very upset with us. That's where we were at. Even though we could go around these guys and not fight them, I suppose. Oh, that's right. I've bought myself time. Brian, the fact that you can remember that, and that was 3 weeks ago, good on you, buddy. Good on you. Do we have the log? Alright, so let's not mess this up, and let's go see if we can help them out before an all-out slaughter happens. Where am I even going? I don't even know. Yeah. Alright.
I don't suppose you found any of those. That's great news. My office still stands. If you must, but I'd really...
It's a lot of cash.
Admiral, this is Mikal. I have found the exile.
I see you have found the elusive Master Rook. He's told me that his rescue complicated our situation to some degree. I can't say that I anticipated that. I thank you for finding him, though. Rook has informed me that the mercenaries devised a plan of attack to annihilate Kunda itself. I must ask for your aid again, Jedi. Zeron says that even with a plan, the mercenaries have to gather their forces, then coordinate their assault. So we still have time. I'm afraid the militia has not been adequately trained for the task that befalls them. Our militia is effective at peacekeeping, but isn't prepared for a full-scale battle. If you can do anything to... Besides that, look around Kunda and see what you can do to strengthen our defenses. I know that we don't have the perimeter turrets online, and that alone... Zeron says there is a considerable chance they will breach Kunda itself. Anything you can do to slow them down... Right now, just us and the militia. I don't want... Though if we... Here is a MasterCard key that will open... Soon, all the civilians will be evacuated. So if you have any business with them...
Noted. Does anyone have, like, a health pack, bro? Because that is the game.
Zeron was right about the mercenaries all along. I guess my ego clouded my judgment as to what's best for Kunda. Zeron was right about the mercenaries all along. I guess my ego clouded my judgment.
We've been told to provide you with anything you need. We have to keep the news of the mercenaries' plans quiet for now to avoid panic.
Can't you fix that? I mean, I'm with you, bro. There we go. Dang it. I did waste two. What do you think? Yeah, considering how much we got beat, we will go ahead and just do that. Oh, I was looking at spikes, not repair parts. That's helpful. Oh, we're down to 11. Yeah, 2 will have to do. I still need health. So that is what we have to do before this battle ensues, to see if we can find a health pack or two. Because honestly, we're just going to die. It's a rough going, man. rough going. Weird. Well, the third planet, second. Oh, if we need anything from the civilians, hold on. What's the garage? Yeah, I don't think there was anything back by the Evan Hawk. I guess we can put down a couple of those, a couple of... I think we have some. Damn it, I went the wrong way. What the hell? Oh, we can't go back to the Ebon Hawk. That's right, we got our ass wet. Nope, we can't go back to the Ebon Hawk. That's not an option. That is not an option. Yeah, wasn't there a dude around here that was selling stuff? That is right. I went back and I got my ass whipped. I remember that. Sure, you can have that. Ooh, a force pike? When did we get a force pike? Wasn't super helpful, but okay. Just do what we have to do. Alright, that's all the help we get. That sucks. Really could use the med pack. Really could use the med pack. But let's go get one of these turrets and get on to this battle, shall we? Are you sure no one in here is selling a med pack, right? No. You're complaining there was no med pack there. You're not selling one. You're not selling one. I don't even think I want to talk to you.
You heard what the administrator said. We'll have
Yeah,
time.
okay. Alright. Yeah. Fucking Jedi. I got Jedi, man. Freaking Jedi. Alright, people. You know. Oh, you know what? We have to make them. Awesome. We just bought a bunch. How are we out? That's right. But I don't know. Hmm. It was better than one. It was better than one. How we've went through the whole damn game essentially with one. All right, you guys are ready to go. You guys are ready to go. Let's go get this computer going. We feel much, much, much better. No. Alright, let's go do this.
Do you require anything?
Yeah, we did that.
I was right about the mercy. You sure? Once we're done with that, there may not be any time left before the mercenaries attack. That's when you. I
Now,
was right about the All right, then we got a lot to do.
Since you are here to bolster Kunda's defense, I will hurry to the mercenary camp and delay their assault however I can.
I imagine that the mercenaries have got two goals in this whole thing. Kill me and kill the administrator. The rest of the settlers won't have courage to resist if they succeed. The administrator's locked up in her office tight, which means that the mercs have to go through us and Kunda's thanks to you, they're gonna... That's about it. Now we just need to... Well, I'll tell them what's there to do. All right, I'll assemble. You're much better with words than me. Let's get ready for the mercenaries. If we fall here...
I tell myself every day the fate of the world's not in my hands. Yeah, here we are. Yeah! go, man! Oh, God! We got him!
So you're the Jedi. I take it you are responsible for the surprises we've had during this battle. Stand aside. Our quarrel... She's inconvenient and doesn't know the... Then you've allied with these flaming settlers. I was trained at Malak's academy. Your tricks won't work on me.
Sorry I was held up, but it looks like I've arrived in time to pull you out of your predicament.
Kill them all.
What'd I do wrong? I didn't do anything. Didn't work. I should have saved.
I was right. Yeah. All right, and we got a lot to do.
Oh no.
Since you are here to...
Thanks. That's a...
Yeah, that was my fault. I should have saved. I
You're
didn't
much
think I'd
better.
have to
Let's
go
get
through
ready
all
for the
of
mercenaries.
because, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't think I would have to go through it all again. At least they let me skip it. Hopefully we didn't do worse because we skipped it.
So you... She... Then you've allied. I was...
Sorry I was...
Kill them all.
What do you mean, my What a dick. Get out of your predicament, bro. That was close. Alright, well we did things backwards anyway. It's fine. Holy shit, I'm almost dead. I didn't see that happen.
Thank you so much for your aid. You can be sure that Dantooine will not forget how the Jedi... We are a humble community, and this conflict has greatly diminished our resources. I am humbled by your generosity. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much work to do. Dantooine will be slow to rebuild, but I am confident...
Kunda is safe in no small part due to you. In any case, I am... We're at war, but it is unlike any war we have fought before. We have yet to even meet our attackers in battle. Somehow our enemy is targeting us through the Force, striking, then retreating to the shadows. The gathering of any Jedi seems to attract them like a beacon. So it was necessary to divide our forces and... How did you know of KOTOR? Few knew it was one of the gathering worlds, but yes. Now the planet is no more. Master Zar, Master Dorak, and many more perished there, and we do not know why or how. But all life on the... I was not on KOTOR when it was destroyed, but now that it is dead, it has left its echo. It was after KOTOR that the few of us left realized that wherever we gathered, we were placing... great tragedies, old, in such places the deaths of so many echo. So by coming here, those echoes serve to mask my presence, allowing... You have more... We did nothing to you. Accuse us if you will, but it was cutting one off from the Force. Such punishments are reserved for only you. Your loss was a casualty of... Perhaps it is Dantooine, but I do not feel such from you. I feel nothing but what I felt in the Council Judgment Chamber on... Still, you and your... connections were... It is possible that returning to known space, journeying with others, has caused... You have more... Have they? I've seen no evidence. Why would they attack you? For some reason, I believe you. Still, I am curious as to how they would know to find you. Yet, regardless, these Sith have struck, and you survived. This is more knowledge than I had before. And that means the Jedi may... If you can find others, or find some trace of the Sith threat, and from there we may... You have more questions? I suppose there is something I should show you. It will keep you alive long enough to prove useful. I'm only going to demonstrate this once. This is the Sheen form, a defensive stance that's good when you're outnumbered, which is most of the time. This form will increase your ability to deflect blaster fire, and it increases the odds of dealing critical strikes against your attackers.
Really need to get my lights.
I don't know how you learned that so quickly.
Thank you. Oh, we still can't go back because we're still gonna get our ass handed to us by old girl. So, we do need to keep that in mind with whatever is next. There it is. There it is. Oh no, you're not letting me walk. Thank you.
I saw you fighting the mercenaries. Just
Thank you.
amazing. I wish I were a Jedi too.
know where the crew is. Probably on the damn ship. They're not in there. We did save. Yes, we did save.
You're one of those cursed soldiers that tore up Kunda. Now I have to fix everything you busted.
Shit. We're only gonna try this once. We're only gonna try it once, and that will probably be the end of stream. But let's give it a go. Who knows? Maybe we win. Oops, we're out of force. We got our ass whooped. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to have to do to win this battle. I have no idea what I'm going to have to do to win this battle. But she just whips my ass. Whips my ass. It's not even a fair fight.
My lightsaber. You've destroyed it. I yield, Master. It is as my life. Kill me. I beg you. It was not my wish to challenge you. I have...
Now I've seen everything. This woman, she's a Miraluka. I didn't think any were left in this part of the galaxy.
The hell's a Miraluka?
Yeah, they're a pretty secretive race. I heard that some of their kind become Jedi, but a Sith? That's a new one. I'm not sure how you'd go about killing one. It'd be tricky. I heard they had a colony on the Midrim, almost halfway between Onderon and Dantooine. Then, it wasn't there anymore. The whole planet was wiped out. Nothing left alive. No one knows why. Well, some of her wounds are pretty bad. Looks like she was already carrying her share of scars, though.
She is a threat to us. I am not asking that she be harmed or interrogated, but she is of the Sith, and she has attacked us once.
Alright! And on that note, that's going to be our stream for today. First. So, I want to thank everybody for hanging out or rewatching this, and I will be on the Nerdiverse Live podcast tonight talking all the things. And yeah, I hope you have yourself a nice, solid weekend. Not much going on. It's a March weekend. I need to think of a better intro than that. Thanks. Wash out.